Let's go through of the content of this course, SAP CO Troubleshooting Masterclass. What you will learn. This course can be used as a reference whether you work on support role or in a project. In the cost center accounting, we talk about configuration in cost center accounting. You know, we have some configuration that we need to set up in the cost center accounting. We will go through all of that. The master data in cost center accounting, really important. How to set up the master data in the cost center accounting, cost elements, how to set up this cost element, activity types. We'll talk about all these things. Planning in the cost center accounting. You know, every year a business makes some plannings in a cost center accounting. And from there, we'll learn how to get the activity type rate, and this rate will be used later in product costing. We'll talk about all these things. Mountain in cost center accounting. As you know, every mountain we need to stop and then do some transaction. We need to run some program or transaction like a distribution or assessment. This is mountain in the cost center accounting. Some people get confused about distribution and assessment. We will get them clarified. I will talk about the distribution, what is distribution, what is assessment. And you would be able to really understand the difference between them. We talk about the reporting in the cost center accounting. The necessary report in cost center accounting you need to run. We will go through all of that. Internal orders accounting. What you will learn? You will learn some configuration in internal order accounting. Really important to know how to make the settings in internal order accounting. The master data in internal order accounting. You need to set up correctly the master data in internal order accounting and put all the settings. When, for example, you create an internal order, it is a temporary order that will be used to monitor some tasks and some temporary tasks. So after that, you need to make some settlements. So in the master data, you need to understand what you should do to perform at the end of the task what it should be done. So planning and budgeting in internal order accounting, we'll talk about that, how we can make some plannings and how the budget is set in the internal order accounting, how to control, how to make some controls to avoid exceeding the budget. Mountain in internal order accounting, you will learn how to make some settlement in the internal order accounting. But before that, like I said before, you need to understand that you need some settings in the master data and settlement profile to be able to settle correctly to the receiver. We'll talk about that. And we will finish by talking in the internal order accounting, the reporting in internal order accounting. Sometimes you need to have some reporting with a commitment. We will talk about how to fund the necessary report for internal order accounting. Product costing. This module is really important, complex module, and you need to understand that. When you are a consultant, a CEO consultant, and you don't know product costing, I think you should learn product costing because it's necessary to be a full consultant. Some people avoid learning product costing, but my point is it's really important to learn product costing. Product costing is not just for PP people, but we have some finance part in product costing. So we'll learn configuration in product costing, the master data in product costing. We'll talk about all the necessary master data in product costing, the required master data, bill of material, routine, recipe, all these things, we'll talk about that. And we'll talk about costing run in product costing. You know that we need to run the costing at the end to get the material standard price. So the CK40N, CK11, we'll talk about that and talk about the material cost estimate. Cost object in product costing. Really important to know that. You need to understand and to make a good choice regarding the order you are using. Either say production order or process order, collective order. You need to understand all these things. So we will talk about that. Mountain in product costing, really important. Mountain is really important when it comes to product costing. But before the mountain, we need to make some configuration because we know if the order is not finished or it's ongoing, we need to calculate WIP and we need to make some configuration first for WIP and variances first. And then we will talk about how to calculate the WIP and variances. When to calculate WIP, when to calculate variances. And after that, we talk about the settlement of the order in product costing. The settlement of the order, the WIP, and the variances. We talk about all these things. And we talk about reporting and costing in product costing, the necessary reporting in product costing. Profitability analysis COPA, really important. This module is for reporting purpose. To make some decision, the business need that to make some internal decision. So we will review costing based and account based COPA in ECC and S4HANA. What SAP recommend in S4HANA to use, we will talk about that. Master data review, characteristic and value field, when it's costing based, we talk about all these things. Actual value flows from SD, that's important. How the data flow from sales and distribution module to COPA, and how the data flows from finance and controlling to COPA, how the data flows from internal orders settlement to COPA. So we'll talk about how the configuration is done to get the data from orders module to COPA. We'll talk about that and then finish by talking about the necessary reporting in COPA. So if you are looking to get knowledge and experience, because this course is built in real experience, get enrolled to this course and try to understand. So see you soon. Thank you. Bye for now.